Good morning and welcome to the morning analysis video on Tuesday, 12th of October. Hope you're all well. This morning we're coming in looking at a few figures coming in, only one that's of real interest. We do have some CPI figures and WPI figures from the Eurozone and most importantly from Germany. These are expected to be weaker than previous. We then have key inflation figure from the UK at 10:30, which is 9:30 UK time. CPI year on year expected at from 2.1%, previous of 3.1%, and expected to stay the same at 3.1%. I don't expect this to be a huge figure, but if there is a massive change, which as you can see over the previous couple of months there hasn't really, we've stuck around this 3.1% mark. I wouldn't expect to see too much of a move off the back of it. Only real interesting thing this evening is FOMC meeting minutes this evening. We're not expecting any changes, and I wouldn't really get overexcited. I just wouldn't be trading at around that time tonight. Okay, so little in terms of news today, so plenty of space for us to see what can happen. And I want to just start with, just because we've been looking at it of late, we can see that dollar index at the moment is looking like she might want to have a little run to the north. Now, we've had a major silver cross to the north. However, if we look at this chart, you can see technically we're still within this channel running down, and we're right up at the resistance point of this channel. Now, what I'd like to do this morning is I'd like to find one with the trend trade and one against the trend trade to go alongside this, in case this does decide to break up and push back through 77.90 to make a run on 80. Okay, so what I'm looking for this morning is the potential that we could well see, and if we just zoom in on this, just see how close we got to that level. We haven't really approached at all this lower support level, so my bias would be a further move to the south. Let's see what we can do this morning, see what we can find in terms of trades with the trend, so i.e. with dollar weakness, and against the trend with dollar strength. Key level on this dollar index chart is going to be the break of these previous lows, and we'd be looking at a break back through 77.40 would lead to a slide to 7700. Okay, but as things stand, bias is for weakness as we're up against the resistance mark. If she breaks through that resistance, then expect to see her pushing on 77.90 very quickly. Okay, right, so from dollar index straight across to Aussie dollar. Sadly, my baby silver cross did not work yesterday. We were within the 40 points of the 4-hourly 20, and this morning I'm afraid we come in and see her pushing to the south. Not a huge move, and not something I think we should be scared about, but as things stand, you can see trading off this weekly pivot. If dollar index starts to find resistance at the point at which she is, we will see Aussie dollar rallying from this level. Now, yeah, I would be very tempted to take a long position from here. Why? Well, primarily because we are sitting off the weekly pivot. We have low stochastics on the hourly chart. If you look on this hourly, you can see we're right down on the lows, and we have a hefty support level below us from the 4-hourly 50. Now, that would require quite a large stop loss. So let's drop it to a 15-minute chart. Let's drag up our stochastic, just see what's happening here. You can see from this low, we're actually on a divergence play at the moment, and Aussie dollar looks like she may start to make a little run to the north. However, what I'll be looking for, if I have to, will be a play back up above this 60-minute 20, and then long again at 98.30 to play towards 99.05. Okay, so I'll be playing a baby silver cross to the north if it comes in at some point this morning. Euro dollar, well, euro for the first time yesterday broke through the lower support of our upward sloping channel, and we are now for the first time trading below it, very much like this euro yen one that I suggested yesterday morning from that video I did, and as you can see, euro yen falling back off that level, looking fairly weak as it stands. Euro dollar now through this level. She's got one final level to break through, and that is the 138.50 level. In fact, 138.100. Once she's through 138.100, we will see more than just a major silver cross coming in. We'll see her pulling right the way back towards her daily 20 MA. So let's drop it to the hourly, see where we stand here. At the moment, stochastic on the hourly is neither overbought or oversold. She's in the midpoint of the range, so she can really do anything this morning. Not good news for us, because obviously we need her to be pointing in one direction. 15-minute, again, she's oversold with a stochastic in a midpoint in the range on the hourly. Euro dollar at the moment does not look favourable for me for positions. Let her consolidate, let those stochastics get into a good position, then I can look for a trade. Pound dollar, remaining suggestively bullish in comparison to many of the other pairs. So with regards to euro dollar and Aussie dollar, she is the one that's held up very, very well within the support, and for that reason makes me believe that euro dollar sterling may well be the one that wants to go this morning. You can see overnight major silver cross has come in. We are, however, still in an uptrend, so we cannot look for shorts until she's broken through the 61.8 or back down through this level, the 4-hourly 50 MA, and this support over the last 4 to 5 weeks. So really, first thing this morning, my bias here, obviously the stochastic's not in a position to be buying. It's in a position that would probably be preferable to selling. But if we drop it to a 15-minute chart, you can see this stochastic's been building nicely to try and pop back up. Now, if she does pop back up, i.e. she pops above this daily pivot, pulls back in, I will be looking for a possible long play. More of a scalp than anything. 30-40 points back up to 59.40 or 59.50, and then run away from the market, waiting for her to hit 160 again. And at 160, I'll be looking for the bias play short off the key psychological barrier. Dollar CAD. Finally finding support down at this parity level in the lows, previous lows. However, we have got a major silver cross now to the upside, and we're just waiting. I think this will just go without us this morning, so really at this level I can't trade. Stochastic's in a good position on the hourly for more of a short than anything, so you can look out for this sort of play, what dollar CAD normally does. Move high, pull back onto a level, move high, and then break back down. So once we get back up towards this 4-hourly 50, let's see if the dollar weakens once we get to that point. On the bias, if we were going to be looking for our dollar strength and dollar weakness play, obviously sterling is going to be the dollar weakness play or Aussie dollar. On the dollar strength play, it'll be either euro dollar short or dollar CAD long. Okay, I think you can see why. We've got a major silver cross building. Everything seems to be setting up. Now, with regards to gold, obviously with all this change happening, I think gold will be a bit of a slow one today, but tomorrow could well see some good moves with the trade balance, Bernanke speaking, and following that, retail sales from New Zealand. Okay, I think tomorrow and Thursday will be the days for gold. I don't think today's going to be huge. We've got a long way yet on this dollar index before we get a breakout. So let's just keep our eyes to the ears to the ground even, and see if we can catch on any of these moves. Cable at the moment is my preferred one because she's setting up better than the others, and that would be a long play off the week's pivot once we've got this baby silver cross in. Then my second play would be Aussie dollar. I like the idea of being long of Aussie dollar still. Looking for her to break back up 60-minute 20 and then get long. Okay, right guys, I'll be in the live room at 7 o'clock. I'll see you then.